just wrapped up our Art and Commons salon for Miami Art Week at Studio 24. For anyone who doesn't know, a salon is an intellectual gathering and space for collective imagination and intellectual conversations. Historically, they've been very vital for a lot of movements across Europe, especially the Enlightenment movement. And this is just kind of like a modern twist on that type of salon, and creating a space where we can talk about topics and even intimate discourse and just have honest, intimate discussions. So for this salon, some things that we touched upon was obviously AI and what that means as an artist and creative and consumer, and how to protect yourself and practice discernment. And other things that we talked about is also global influence in art these days, especially in music, and how we're seeing the internet generation make art based off of influences that we've never really seen before because they have access to the internet. So we're seeing people make music based off of their influences of like Nicole Cardi and Stevie Wonder and Ice JJ Fish and like just random pockets of the internet. And I think that's been really great. And one more thing we talked about in general is just like art as a symptom of late stage capitalism and what that kind of shows up as, and how to just again be mindful of that. So we ended on kind of like an outlook, where do we go from here? And while things do seem a little bit bleak, there's definitely room for optimism and most importantly agency. Having spaces like this where we can really have these honest discussions, know what we're going through, and be able to hold and help each other through this landscape we're currently in.
Hello everybody, this is Julian, Ian Complex, coming from the Art and Common event. It was an amazingly intimate experience. I'm so glad that everybody was there for the incredible conversation. I think the card set up the basis for so many points of conversation, and it's kind of funny to see it evolve from just everybody answering the questions to everybody diving deep into like what made each person themselves and how they answered the question. So it was an amazing experience that led to a lot of really cool kind of understandings of everybody's stances on where the arts are going, and specifically inside our communities that are facing a lot of push from bigger companies to kind of forcibly use certain services like AI to kind of push this idea of capitalism and money and production. So it was really cool and unique to see people be so honest and kind of strip back and be real with how they felt about everything, and kind of leaving with the point of trying to be more romantic with getting together and having conversations, being more of ourselves and not being afraid of having the quote-unquote wrong opinion about something. You know, you can always be educated and have a conversation. I think that this salon was an amazing basis for people to understand. They can just come as they are and find themselves inside of other people. It just was an amazing event. You do not want to miss this. When it happens again, you need to RSVP immediately, because this was one of my favorite events of this art basel, and I am just incredibly thankful for everybody who's a part of making this happen. Yeah.
So if that sounds interesting to you and you would like to have these type of conversations, definitely look out for our next salon.